Hello, we've spent today canvassing opinions about the Future Fit programme, what people think about the changes in the accident emergency in Telford and Shropshire. So we're going to play some recordings now of people's opinions and what's important to them in the Future Fit programme.
The NHS moving to Shrewsbury, I don't think it's going to work. Mainly because taking Telford alone on its own, it's already busy as it is enough. And I'm sure people from nearby places in Wolverhampton, when I say Wolverhampton, in Shrewsbury itself, are also busy. How do you combine them with limited resources? Unless the government is ready to look at it from the other point of view, by expanding the whole A&E service in Shrewsbury itself, that is not going to work. They need to find other ways to make it happen. Leave it as it is. If it's not broken, why fix it?
Hi, I don't think that the A&E department for Shrewsbury or Telford should be moved at all. We should keep Telford and Shrewsbury should keep theirs. End of. The A&E times at Telford is what? Anywhere between 3 and 4 hours. Bring Shrewsbury over, or vice versa, and it's going to be a pain in the ass. I go to walk-in centres rather than go to A&E. If I have to go to the hospital, then I will. I don't want to take up people's times and things like that, but then the walk-in doctors are getting just as bad. The waiting time for them is just as bad. So no, I think Shrewsbury should keep A&E and Telford should keep our A&E, because if it is an emergency, somebody could pass away on the way, which is a shame, especially if there's no ambulance and you've got to go by car. So no, I think we should have our own, quite frankly. Thank you for your time.
Hi, like everyone, the thought of losing our A&E department here in Telford is quite horrifying. However, obviously that's against a backdrop of financial concerns and the fact I understand that the NHS are unable to recruit enough consultants to make both A&Es in Shrewsbury and Telford safe. Therefore, I guess something has to be done. I suppose for me, I cannot foresee a situation where there isn't an A&E department within a short distance of large conurbations. Therefore, I think it has to be option A, which is keeping them both open. However, perhaps to specialise, that maybe there are the ability for each hospital to triage, but maybe if there were specialisms, I don't know, stroke, heart, children's or whatever in one centre and specialise in the other, and there were ambulances that could go between the two, maybe that would work, but who knows? I mean, we really shouldn't have got to this position, and for me it's a political solution that would sort this, but I won't go on about that. Okay.
I think that both really need to be put in place, because people from Telford, it's a long way for them to go to Shrewsbury for emergency. And also from Shrewsbury, it's a long way from people in Welshpool and people like that to get over to Telford. So I think either keep them both or build a new one in the middle. Thank you.
I think we should have an A&E department in both Telford and Shrewsbury to meet the demand. I myself work for the ambulance service, and I think that's a good idea, as the A&Es are both full at some times, and I don't think it's fair for patients to have to travel sort of 40-50 miles to go to A&E. I think if the A&Es move to just one of the places, then people are going to die, and that is what's going to happen. So we need an A&E in both Telford and Shrewsbury, and both of them need more funding and more beds. That's all.
I think moving the E&E to Shrewsbury is a very wrong idea, because the population in Telford is so huge than in Shrewsbury, and it's not everybody that is happy going to Shrewsbury. I think it's a wrong idea. We need A&E in Telford, please. That's what I've said so many people. Please. Thank you. Bye.
Don't take A&E from Telford, as it will be too far for me to go to Shrewsbury.
I live in Shropshire. I'm very concerned that there is even consideration being given to stopping an A&E in either Telford or in Shrewsbury, because we're a rural area. It's a huge distance between one end of it and the other. If we lose an A&E in either side of the area, then the other side will not be very good about it. I think that we've got a rising elderly population. We've got massive distances. The whole problem is being caused by lack of funding. I don't mind waiting when I go to my A&E to get a service, but I think we need 2 A&Es in Telford. So that's my view, and I'm sticking to it. And tell the government to give us more funding, not just protect the funding we have. We need increasing funding.
Hello. I think the A&E should still stay in Telford because I've had a lot of serious health problems in the past. I got rushed into hospital very quickly one time. I had very serious pneumonia and I didn't know I had it. Next thing I knew, I'd been in a coma for a week. Basically, if I hadn't have gone to hospital that was so close, they wouldn't have been able to get the antibiotics in me in time and I wouldn't be here now. Also, since then I've had a serious back injury and I have to travel backwards and forwards to the hospital, sometimes on a weekly basis, to have very important physio that helps reduce the level of sciatic pain I suffer from, which can be really chronic and I can be bedridden with at times. I have to see a lot of consultants at a local hospital as well. To travel to Shrewsbury would cost me an absolute fortune. I just wouldn't be able to go, and therefore my health would suffer.
Hi, I think it's really important that the Princess Royal Hospital doesn't get shut down. My partner has rheumatoid arthritis and many other autoimmune diseases. She's had to go into hospital quite a lot, and she had to, on one occasion she had to be taken to Shrewsbury, and she had a kidney stone. I think if you were to close Telford, it would cause a lot of people a lot of distress, and I just don't think that it's in the best interest of the people of Telford to go as far as Shrewsbury for what could be, you know, a fatal disease. So hopefully you'll keep the Telford Princess Royal Hospital, as it's important to me and a lot of other people. Thank you very much.
Yeah, my name's Shaquille, and I think you should keep both of the NHS A&E centres open for the pure fact that everybody needs help. You may not be able to get it quick enough, and everybody needs it at specific times, and the difference between you having 2 and 1 open could be the difference between your life. Thank you.